One of the quote-unquote misses of Shark Tank was Copa di Vino.
Copa di Vino is very successful. Why would it be in the last spot on this list? Well, as the name of the video states, it's deals that the Sharks regret. The numbers were great, but James Martin was definitely not.
Kevin OLeary only wanted the patents. He didn't see any value in the brand. I'm proud to say that Copa di Vino's gone to $5 million in sales in 1 year.
Copa di Vino has been doing great in the market. It had earned $20 million as annual revenue in 2020, and as of 2021, it had an annual revenue of $70 million.
No one in the world today knows wine by the glass in the marketplace like I do.
I agree. So what's it going to take? What are we going to do here?
The Sharks were fans of the numbers and wanted to make a deal.
I'll do the $300,000 for 12%, because that's exactly what you're worth right now.
Before you make a decision, I'm going to try to change his mind on something. Do you have anybody you can call, or got to go to the bathroom or anything?
I do have someone to call.
Go make your phone call, because we need a moment.
After James finished the phone call, he started behaving strangely and acting like he is one of the Sharks and not just a small fish in the tank.
And you just have to decide.
Whoa. James, you wouldn't have come back here if you didn't see value.
But the Sharks were not a fan of James Martin's overconfidence and behavior. That was just annoying and unsympathetic to everyone.
I'm really out. I mean, you just came here to waste our time. So,
Cheers.
Well, after all the stress the Sharks went through here, Copa di Vino got even better. Do the Sharks still want James to come back for the third time, maybe?
But with Copa di Vino, nobody regrets that you didn't get in on that. No regrets.
Can you imagine dealing with him on an ongoing basis?
He would ruin our lives, our happy lives.
This is the answer to the question why it is number 10 on this list.
While attending Indiana University, I recognized a dilemma that everyone faces when they go out in bad weather. They either don't wear a coat and shiver, or they could wear a soft, warm, and cozy coat, but then they have to babysit it all night.
A very entertaining explanation, but the Sharks seem not to take it too seriously. Is it because of the presentation, or maybe because of the product?
It is time to turn an inconvenience into an opportunity. So, how about one of you writes me a check, and I'll check you into coat checks.
The Sharks did not bite on this deal, and no check was written by them. But young Derek got his check all right, with the estimated worth of the business being over $5 million. Maybe the Sharks were swimming in deep water when the deal was discussed.
40 years after the invention of the heavily padded and very expensive running shoe, research is showing how just your feet, without all the bells and whistles, can do a better job. But barefoot is not always appropriate. That's why I developed Zero shoes.
After presenting the unorthodox project to the Sharks, Barbara and Robert were giving off some odd looks. They were probably waiting for the rest of the shoe.
You just to see what you think of it.
Thank you very much. Oh, that's extremely attractive.
I had a hunch you might like it.
Yes, I do.
Mixed opinions now from Robert and Damon John, calling them two strings on a rubber.
There's just you, me, Lena, the rubber, and the string. What are you going to do? I'm going to give you $400,000 for 50% of this company.
That's an offer we're not willing to take at this time.
Very well, you're dead to me. Run out of here with bare feet.
Kevin seems to feel the same, but tries to put the shoe on the other foot and get a deal done. Let's just say that they ran off with their products and made headline news somewhere else, not on Shark Tank. They definitely got the last laugh since they snagged a deal with the USA Artistic Swimming Team and are estimated to be worth over $5 million.
Hi, I'm Melissa Butler. And I'm Roscoe Spears. And we live in Brooklyn, New York. Our company is the Lip Bar, and we're seeking $125,000 for a 20% equity stake in our brand.
Two young female entrepreneurs just presenting their idea and telling what problems they have get called clowns and cockroaches all of a sudden by the bull shark of the bunch, Kevin, who was very much aggressive and direct while stating his opinion about their ideas.
Chances that this is a business are practically zero because you can't get share. I'm out.
But as we got to know, Kevin was the one who got clowned this time.
I used to sell makeup. Makeup is a great thing to sell for one reason. It has great margins. On the flip side, it's one of the hardest things to sell because it has such incredible competition. I'm out.
Laurie was probably right, but these girls were not afraid of the competition and found a way to sell their products by using this failure as marketing.
Okay, Melissa, this is a great opportunity to get in front of 7 million people. Do you know how much people would pay for 7 million views?
The lip bar is currently valued at $7 million in net worth. That is what you call a miss without even trying to hit.
I didn't get a deal. I was tremendously disappointed, but as soon as I came back, I was welcomed by so much support, thousands of emails. A lot of investors called me and wanted to offer CBS Foods a chance.
As said by the big man himself, the Sharks not taking the bait was better because it lured in even bigger fish to fry, or, in this situation, even bigger shrimps to fry.
How many different versions of this happened before you actually got the real one?
About 2,000, no.
Really?
No.
Seriously?
It was a lot. It was
Hard work pays off? Well, we have Mr. Sean Davis proving to us that it's true, and proving the Sharks wrong at the same time.
What is the one thing that you regret not investing in?
There was a guy, Big Chef Shake, that was on, well, like the first show I was on, and he had frozen shrimp burgers.
Making Mark Cuban admit a mistake now, that is a success on its own. Good job, Big Shake.
With our hard work and the help of the Sharks, we can lock down our own massive niche in this market.
Mike and David had a Viking spirit, but the Sharks did not like their business plan and toughed that the idea was unoriginal.
So Helmet's dreams of business success are alive and well, because after the show came the big announcement.
After getting some local smaller sharks to invest in the business and platform them, the Cell Helmet brand skyrocketed.
Before Altitude X, you bought a case and you hoped. You hoped that it protected your phone. Now we have a product that promises, that delivers on that promise.
They kept the promise. Numbers don't lie, and their numbers are estimated to have a net worth of over $30 million.
I'm John, and I'm so excited to introduce to you today the world's most genuine online floral solution, the Books Company. I'm here seeking an investment of $258,000 in exchange for 3% of our business.
Even though he knocked the ladies off their feet with his flowers, his evaluation was the finishing blow for this deal, since it finished his chances of getting a deal.
Let's go back to the numbers, because no one's tackled what really matters here, your valuation. My math, I think, is correct at $8.6 million you're asking for?
That's right.
Mr. Wonderful was not really charmed and distracted by the nice smell of fresh flowers and wanted to get to the roots of the company's evaluation.
If I want to send flowers to your grave, I have to wait 6 days. And I think you died here today.
Did John really die on this day? Not really, since his company is valued at around $88 million, and Robert Herjavec kept their business in mind when he was planning the flowers for his wedding 3 years later.
Fast forward 3 years later, I'm getting married, and I get a quote for the flowers. I'm like, this is nuts. How can flowers cost so much? And I call him up.
Well, Mark, anyone would regret missing out on an $88 million deal.
My name is Arun, Taun, and Sue, and we're the Kang sisters from San Francisco. Today, we're raising $500,000 in exchange for 5% equity in our company.
The Kang sisters kept the interest of all the Sharks, but after the initial pitch, they got confused, and the Sharks were, unfortunately, more unforgiving than usual. But in this case, it was unfortunate for the Sharks.
Just tell us what it is.
You want an investment, you can't not tell us.
Yes, but I think that's a good range. It gives you a good idea.
No, it doesn't.
No, but why won't you give us the actual number?
We're actually not sharing the exact user number right now for competitive.
Mark made an offer that made the sisters think hard and dig deep, since it was, looking back now, possibly one of the biggest choices of their lives.
$30 million for the company, would you take it?
No.
Their decision made them keep a company that is estimated to be worth over $150 million. So they got the match from heaven with it and definitely made the right decision. The other Sharks are eating each other about it till this day.
Sharks, I'm Joel Clark. And I'm Cameron Smith. Our product is Kodiak Cakes. We're here seeking $500,000 in exchange for 10% of our business.
Tough the Sharks all liked the taste and nutritional benefits of these pancake mixes, none of them agreed with the valuation of the company. But the Kodiak Cakes founder probably found that decision delicious right about now.
So let's just focus on what you've asked for this company. You're telling me you want $500,000 for 10%. That imputes a value of $5 million.
Yeah.
You know you're not worth that.
Well, we think we are.
Cameron and Joel were right. They had a vision of expanding the company that the Sharks surprisingly did not understand. They received more offers.
$500,000 for 50% or an offer of $500,000 for 35%.
What are you going to do?
Well, you guys, thank you. I mean, we do appreciate the offers. We appreciate the interest, but we feel the value is way beyond what you've said. We really do. So we need to decline the offers.
Seriously?
In the end, they did not give up on their valuation and did not end up like shark bait.
In 2017, Kodiak Cakes was on our Inc. 5000 list, and we learned that they made more than $54 million in revenue that year, which is incredible growth for that company.
The Sharks' greediness cost them yet another uncut gem. With time, this gem turned out to make an annual revenue of $160 million this year. Yes, $160 million. But that is nothing compared to number one.
My name is Jamie Siminoff. I'm from Los Angeles, California. My product is the Doorbot. I'm seeking $700,000 for a 10% stake in the company.
The Sharks really did struggle to understand this product, and they underestimated it greatly, since for them the valuation was way off.
It's your good friend, Mr. Wonderful. I wanted to have you join me on this deal with Doorbot. I think we can get them to go all royalties and no equity.
The joke potentially hurt Kevin's ego and made him not go all in on the deal. Regardless of what the situation is, the rejected Doorbot opened some new doors for itself.
One deal that should really hurt involved a company called Doorbot, a video doorbell system.
Introducing the Doorbot, the first ever video doorbell built for the smartphone.
The Sharks went out one by one.
All that the Sharks can talk about now is how Amazon purchased it for more than $1 billion and rebranded it to the now widely popular Ring.
Time to talk about the companies that you missed.
Regret.
The regrets, the things you wished you'd invested in.
It always comes to this. We wouldn't admit it.
Do you not admit it when you've missed out on something?
Of course you don't admit it. You don't want to be a loser.
This deal is definitely the one they regret the most.